Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the the quarterfinal matchup. We will have an American semi, but it is Team Liquid versus CLG, a North American showdown, and this is going to be pretty intense. I do think the map pool is very interesting. I think Duncan was spot on. If Cobble came out, might have been epic to the end, but CLG, I kind of look to them in this, oddly enough, too.
If Liquid are going to do this, they need to do it in two. If it gets to train, I just don't see it happening. Like they said, these guys playing with Dren, they've been playing with Gusto Online, they haven't had a chance to actually make this happen, this lineup actually come together and synergize for this major. It's a very last-minute attempt. They've looked very strong so far in terms of raw firepower, like we said before. Dren looking amazing against Fnatic here, but I do really fancy them their chances on towards Cash. I think that's a foregone conclusion. Even though CLG looked great, that's one of the maps where JDM especially was going absolutely nuts here, but it's going to be an interesting series, Matt. I have to say, though, Liquid have to do it in two. If it gets to train, I just don't see it happening. I see that would be a 2-1 in favor of CLG.
I mean, this is a domestic battle. These guys have had showdowns in the past. I think the unknown entity in this is, again, Dren playing so well compared to what it used to be. It's a very different Liquid lineup. He's not even going back in. It's not like they brought him back in and said, okay, you were the in-game leader, you've played with us enough, and go back to your old role. He's playing very different, and he said it actually is good for him because he's kind of playing, you know, this. It's not really a lurk position, but watching the flanks, you know, holding positions, holding angles. He can be a little bit more comfortable and focus on his game.
The thing about Cash as well, mid's obviously going to be a huge area of contention. We know Liquid, like on their T side, to go amazingly fast. They're boosting up their key players. Nitro, Simple getting up there and just causing absolute chaos there. And CLG can lock it down. I'm sure they've done their homework. They can surely step up here. But it looks like the first map is about to start. It's going to be Cash. Team Liquid versus CLG. Ladies and gentlemen, let's make some noise here. Let's light the building up. It's going to be Liquid on the CT side, CLG starting T. 3 sets of armor and 2 smokes. We've got a P250 on Tarek as well. And we can see whether any aggression will be coming in from Team Liquid here. We'll be taking the game towards them. Hiko has got the incendiary. And Nitro with the kit.
And it's a split default right now from CLG. So not a fast play in either direction. 2 utility players, Smoke, as you said, Cutler, excuse me, and Tarek. But look at Liquid already. Richard talked about this, the aggression, how quick they were going to be. Simple needs to hit the shot, though. He puts Fugly low, but now he's in no man's land. Fugly gets straight back into him, and Simple early on. We know he's volatile, needs to hold his temper on that one, but it does give the advantage to CLG. That could have been huge.
That was the Hail Mary play right there, and now it's a 5-on-4. CLG can slow things right down before they've even used their smoke. They gifted a kill. Simple did do a lot of damage on towards Fugly. He goes down to 19 HP, but you can see now CLG readjusting themselves, making their way towards the B storage as well. You have got Dren and Hiko there, and Nitro trying to reposition himself towards middle, but this will be the B play. Smoke towards upper and towards that spawn area. The flashbang will come in, and presumably we can see Nitro actually coming over as well.
Yeah, thankfully the vent was popped as well because he can get in that without being hurt at this point. So they do have a 3-man defense on this B side, which is going to be approached. It's a Dren that'll spot them, needs to run back quickly though because he almost is caught out in the open, gets to headshot position, but they're in the sight. Nitro's laid in. Fugly, he's the low HP player, does get caught, but they found a Dren and a Liege beforehand. This is all CLG off the start.
There it is, the pistol round going in favor of CLG. It was Simple that gifted them the first frag. They just had to slow things down and go as a unit from that point. The thing is as well, Liquid actually had 3 players towards that bomb site. Didn't really find any exchanges whatsoever. All about CLG that round. Very clean affair for them. And now we go into number 2. Galil's, Mac 10s. And we'll see whether Liquid will be fancying their chances with the force buy here. It looks like more of a modest approach. We saw this yesterday. A lot of teams going for the HE buy in the second round. So instead of force buying, they want to do the airstrike potentially towards middle. Maybe they could push him towards B storage. We'll see where their approach is going to lie here. More of a default stance. They've got a Dren towards middle. Simple holding that B storage area. And 3 players towards A. You would assume CLG will be slowing things right down right now. They don't need to overcommit. They have got 3 rifles here just to work the long-range picks, gain control of middle, and then they can decide how they're going to pincer a bomb site.
Touch on something really quickly that goes along with the storyline as well. Fugly and Nitro used to have a really dynamic A defense when they were together on Team Liquid, and I would arguably say that Fugly was the more efficient player of the two. CLG has that going for them in this map. He's very, very good on the CT side of Cash, so it changes up. It's Hiko that's over there with Nitro. At this point in time, they can change it based on AWP positions, based on if Simple wants to head there, but it definitely weakened some of their structure on this map. So keep an eye on that when we do hit Fugly's CT side. Dren does have a smoke in front of him. Slight gap, going to try and spot toward at least the garage, but Liege has to watch the drop on this.
So far, just like I said, they're going to be trying to take over towards middle here. Hayes leading the charge. Liege will spot 1 player and decide to fall back here. Dren's sit in the smoke. He has got a gap as well, so he can do something of this. Only has the P250 and no armor, but here comes the first exchange. There is a little bit of damage. But it's going to be the first kill coming in favor of CLG. Surely Hayes did spot the player there, can fully commit now, takes down Liege, unable to get two just yet, but there's the headshot onto Nitro. 5 on 3, CT's now out of it as the CLG side make their way towards the B-bomb side.
And they're hoping that they pulled a rotation off of this. Smartly, Fugly was holding to make sure there was no flank to come in, but they are going to go to B. Simple still here with Hiko. And Simple is running the raid boss armor and Deagle, but gets nothing done with it again. Hiko, good ding. Let's put Hayes extremely low. He's already dropped down. Adren's going to catch Cutler. Bomb's still in position, though, to get planted. Try as you like with that P250 to penetrate through that doorway. It's not going to do much.
Well, the bomb is planted. Options are very limited for Hiko and Adren. They're going to try and get some exit cut out of this. But Hiko is the first player to drop. And now that's going to be the round guaranteed, almost certainly. The thing is for Liquid as well, though, they didn't overcommit to this one. We see a lot of CT teams fully force buy into the second round. It just means if you go to that first gun round, you potentially don't have an AWP, you don't have all your nades or defuse kits. So Liquid have gone for that safer approach, Matt. They want to make sure they have the rifles, the kits, they have the smoke grenades, incendiaries. When you're the team with a lesser tactical depth, I think that's a very wise option to go for. It means you can hold out the T's for a longer amount of time, and there's the final kill. JDM will take down Adren. It's going to be 2-0 here, and you would assume this round will be very clean, cut off fair. They can't really justify forcing into this after that second round. So CLG can just do more of the same. Slow things right down, take over middle, find those two frags. Hayes doing that very efficiently in the last round. So expect to see more of that.
I'll stay on the MAC-10 for JDM. He'll build up his bank, potentially go for an early AWP. Hayes goes for the AK.
He's got tons of cash right now. He's got just under 5K with the MAC-10. Potentially he can farm that up a little bit more. Looking like they will just be heading straight towards that boost area. Going to be checking out A storage as well. You can see Cutler all the way in T-spawn, just holding for any flanks that may come in. It's going to be Fugly leading the charge here once again, smoking off towards the connector. There's the first kill. Cutler gets the push. That's Simple going down, and now it's going to be a flurry of kills coming in. Fugly taking down Adren, and once again, a 5-on-3 situation.
So Liquid not able to get much done without the weapons. Hayes already taking over middle. They've given up B this time. Nitro and Hiko going to hold hands and try and work this together, potentially get some damage done to the economy of CLG. But Hayes, again, just perfectly getting up middle. Good flash, well timed. Get a crossfire set, and Elise and Hiko able to pick up a kill. And I'm not sure they spotted the second player. Elise getting in toward that sandbag position.
This is dangerous now. Hiko, one of the most powerful players in the whole of the North American region, has got an AK-47. 4-on-3. If he's able to find one more, this could get interesting. Looking like CLG will be positioning themselves towards A. Smoke's coming down on the site. Nitro is going to be there, and Hiko going to be backing him up straight away.
Let's see if that AK can come to fold as he goes in behind the red crate. Nitro's got Cutler. This starts to look good. He picks up a Galil. There's no refrag on it. Now there's two rifles in the crossfire. 41 seconds. The option's there to go back, but they're committed. They're in the site. Tarek, he gets overwhelmed. It's Hiko. He does manage to get two, but now it's down to a 2 versus 1.
There it is. CLG managed to hold on. It looked so clean cut from the beginning, but that crossfire towards the sandbags and highway area, they managed to pick up an AK. CLG funneled towards that A bomb site. It did get very difficult indeed. They had to dig deep there to even get that round on the board, but they did it. 3-0. Team Liquid now coming in with the AWP. We talked about Adren and his amazing performance against Fnatic. Can he replicate that success with the AWP this map? We're going to see him going up against JDM. Someone who else had against Gambit was fantastic with the AWP, especially on Cash as well. So this is going to be a hot battle going into round number 4. We'll see what kind of buy Liquid have. No kits, and actually only have one incendiary. So it'll be difficult to hold off a full execution from CLG. It looks like they're actually favoring towards the A side right now. Fugly and Tara are going to be clearing out towards A storage and Squeaky Door. No aggression coming from the CTs. They're actually playing a retake setup if you look at the minimap right now. And you can see Elise and Nitro just holding back very passively towards CT spawn and highway.
I mean, just to keep an eye on it as well, because it is a Dren on the AWP again this time. We saw him hit a nuts shot against Fnatic. Olafmeister into dust too at the pit. So he's had some confidence with it again this weekend. Simple pushes forward, but again he's off in his accuracy. And Simples needs to find his game fast. Again, volatile player in that sense.
Yeah, looks a little bit rattled at the moment. That's a kill he should be taking down. Now, Terrorists have got full control of Checkers. Going to be boosting up the defense as well. An A split potentially coming in here. Cutler can fake towards B, and he's actually peeled 2 players over to that side as well.
JDM looking for the pick in A. Nitro's playing the CT side of the red crate. And Elise just trying to get up default. Actually, I take that back. He's above. It looked like he was going in behind the forklift. He's going to be above on catwalk, so there's no way to Molotov him off of this. They're just going to have to check it. Flash goes in, smokes out. Nitro can't spot it, but there it is. Elige, once he gets his vision back, a quick shot down, but Nitro's distracted. He has to look toward highway, and now Elige is stuck, trapped in the corner, and what a shot from JDM. Fantastic
stuff here from CLG, just pinching the side perfectly. Liquid not sure what the hell's going on, just going to be Hiko remaining, and it all stems from that initial frag coming from Simple. He had to find one in that situation. It was 2-on-1 towards Checkers. He gets taken down, and then he's lost map control completely, almost on every part of the map. You saw they had to rotate towards B. They weren't sure what was going on, and CLG just playing it perfectly. Boosted a player into the fence area, got towards middle, and you could see how difficult it was just to hold them off.
Simple pushes pistol, no kill, pushes that round, no kills. Currently sits 0-4. I know it's early, but it's a note you have to make with a guy like him.
He's one of the key players of the team. He needs to be stepping up here, one of the maddest fraggers they've got. But it's going to be 4-0 now. Another eco coming in for Liquid. They have got CZs, 5-7s, and a couple of flashbangs. Not going to be stacking necessarily. 3 players towards 8 at the moment, but you can assume CLG will be slowing things right down here. Won't want to give anything away. First kill comes in. JDM just holding the angle, takes down a Liege, and they've got the 5-on-4 in their favor.
He's spotting up one more again toward middle with that AK. Remember what we always talk about, Henry, as well. The economic system is much harder to build back into from the CT side.
Absolutely.
And not only that, as soon as Liquid wins one round right now, they're going to be facing a reset. And they've let the bank build for CLG, so this is a really, really dire situation for them to be in. They've almost got to play a very solid half from here on out. JDM going to find Hiko again as they try and flash in. Didn't spot the second man, though, that did get by.
The good news is for Liquid, they get the full reset bonus 5 rounds after this one, so they will be getting $3,400. A lot of damage done towards Adren there, but you can see the terrorists are splitting this so efficiently as well. 2 more frags coming in. Just going to be Adren remain. He does actually pick up Tarek here, so they're going to be aware of his position, rotate towards the other bomb site, and there is going to be Fugly just waiting for the rotation. Should be able to take him down here. Adren going to live for a little bit longer. He has got 11 HP. Should be able to salvage some sort of a weapon here. Yeah, AK-47 picked up. At this stage, obviously, it's not even worth taking his anywhere else. He just wants to stay alive and boost the economy going into the next round. Whether they will let him do that, that's another question.
So great start from CLG. And even just saving this gun for Adren's massive, as you mentioned.
This is where it gets interesting now, because Liquid, right? 5 rounds in a row, they're going to have lots of money. They could go for a double AWP setup, or they could go for something a little bit more aggressive. The aggression hasn't really worked out for them. Seems like Simple is still a little bit rattled, needs to work out how he can get a frag into this game. 0-5 right now. He's the kind of player, he's momentum-based. He wants to get fired up. He wants to be making sure he's leading the charge on the scoreboard, but Fugly is hunting Adren now. Whether he'll save this weapon is yet to be seen. He's going to be spotted now. Fugly looking to get his final kill. Doesn't matter if he dies here. They've got tons of cash, but Adren will be surviving and going into the next round with that AK. So that definitely helps boost the economy. We've seen that's been a real problem for the CT so far. Here it is, round number 6. Adren will get the AWP. Will they manage to get 2 here? Hiko yet to buy. Thinking whether this is going to be worth it.
That's the question. Is this going to be second AWP brought up? No, goes for the M4. So it's Adren once more in the AWP. How does Simple get back into this? This is getting to be the must-win situation for Liquid.
They're changing things up, though. Adren's going to be going towards that B storage area. That's where they lost that first frag last time.
Look how passive they are in A as well. Nitro stays back toward truck. He's going to throw the default smoke out toward A main, but with this mid-push, they're waiting for the information before Nitro commits to being an A. So if they go B, he could rotate quicker, but it does give up a lot of real estate. Yeah, if they get pushed.
Completely open. You can see them boosting over the smoke in A main right now to seeing if they can spot any sort of intel towards the A side. Not going to give anything away because, like you said, Nitro's all the way in that CT truck area. They're heavily committed towards B and middle. And Legion Simple will be patrolling that area by themselves. And as I said before, Adren just scouting out towards that B storage zone. Hayes with the bomb towards mid warehouse. And it's going to be a very slow approach. Just see what the CTs are presenting towards the terrorists so far.
They are grouping in that position. Elige hasn't gone over for the boost. Simple still on highway. Nitro now with no information on B has to get back closer to the A site. Ugly over. Elige is still there, fully blinded by this, but not spotted, not looked at yet. He's looking the wrong direction though. Hayes gets below him. He hears one above, but can't find the first frag. It's Simple to go for it. Now he's on the board. He gets Hayes back, but there's still more in middle, and Simple's got it. Not only that, Adren finds Cutler. And Liquid have a foot in the round. They need to keep as many players alive as possible. JDM, he's going to try and negate that with the AWP, and what a shot onto Simple. It looked like he was committed toward the highway. What is this man doing right now? JDM opens up the A site entirely. This looked like it was done and dusted.
They haven't even planted this stage. Now the bomb does go down, and CLG just picking up 3 kills there. It seems Simple wanted to face the situation. Now it's a 2-on-2, and you have to favor this towards the terrorist. Another kill coming in for Tarek now. This is a nightmare for Liquid. Hiko, the last player remaining, an absolute clutch master. But with 15 HP, I'm not sure even he can pull this one off. Smoked out of position, trying to find anything he can with this.
Gotta go for it. You have to go for it this situation. A 5-0 start for CLG. You need rounds. Who's gonna get spotted through the smoke? JDM. Huge, huge round for him.
Liquid, what are they playing at? They know they're doing a retake on the A bomb site. You're a 4-on-2 situation. You can allow them to plant. Make sure you have all of your units there to actually take it back correctly. This is the kill right here. Simple over-facing this situation. JDM picks him up. He gets a sensational shot on the bomb site to actually confirm this possible situation, but still, you have to feel like that's very sloppy play from Liquid and something that's going to affect them going forward. They have to work so hard for those initial 2 frags towards middle as well. Oh,
not the start at all, we said from Liquid. Elige, they did go for the single op on Simple. You have to wonder, what was his money at this point in time? Actually, it is fairly even with, it's a little bit under the
He's got 1,500 left, so with the loss bonus, even if they lose this round, he has enough to buy. This is like the all-in play, whether he can actually do something of this. A single orb can make things happen, but it's up to Simple now, who will be facing towards A main and seeing whether he can find that first shot.
And they've got Nitro in there toward the lockers as well. He's going to try and get information. This allows the rotation for what was a 4-man stack on A back to B, but Nitro goes down. Now they can't commit to that. Simple's got to go back over with the AWP. He's got the face on Tarek, but still can't hit the shot. So Simple, struggling slightly with the accuracy he's known for.
He's given away his position as well with that orb shot. You can see now CLG adjusting themselves, slowly edging towards the B side. They'll be executing momentarily. Simple will be rotating towards upper. Will he be there in time to actually lock them down?
JDM, nade out in behind the back of the site, not to be spotted though, or not to be taking any damage. It is still Simple though. He's rotated over. He's now coming to life, and it's going to be a Dread that pops out late. Suddenly around, out of nowhere, Simple saves it.
There it is. The player we called out in the early stages of this game picks up 4 AWP frags to give Liquid their first round on the board. It was an all-in play. He needed to make something happen there, and the rotation comes in. It's a ballsy play to face from upper, but he makes it happen. 6-1 now. We talked about that reset potential, Matt. This is where it comes in. They need to win this round, or they're going to be in dire straits in terms of the money going forward. But finally, they have arrived.
Well, you question the op from Simple. He's known to make decisions like that and somehow pulls it out. Dren's going to go up toward middle again this time as well. He's onto the AK, so all right, Simple, you had an excellent round with the AWP. You deserve it. Yeah, you go ahead. So now Dren back to the rifle.
Dren's been playing very well, the rifles as well, to be fair. It's no problem whatsoever him wielding an AK, but here we go then, round number 8. CLG slowing it down once again, seeing if there is any aggression. It's been quite a passive game from Liquid so far. They haven't been pushing into A storage or gathering information towards Squeaky Door, holding back in those very retake sort of style setups. So time ticking away, but CLG just feeling out the map slightly here. They have got a full buy, of course, after winning 6 in a row. And JDM, one of the MVPs so far, 9 for 1 in terms of score. We'll just be scouting out towards B and seeing if anyone will dare challenge him.
And it is going to be that op brought back over to the A site. So keep in mind, smokes can negate that, make it extremely hard to play the close angles on the A site. But right now, the attention, it's shifting toward B. And Elige is inside of middle and Z, but not a quick rotation from that position. It's going to be a lot of pressure onto Adren and Hiko. Thankfully, Elige is up to it.
I'd assume this would be more of a Molotov-style play, smoking off, dropping the flashbangs in, and just making it really uncomfortable for the CTs at this point.
And they've got contact. They know they're here. Elige finds the first one. Flashed off, fades back, gets out alive because he's given up checker room. And Dren's going to spot that. He needs to be careful. Gets a little bit itchy as he almost takes his teammate down. Instead, though, it is a TK from Tarek. So it suddenly comes to a 2 versus 2, despite the fact that it was all orange on the left side of the obituary. Good play from Fugly, though, down middle, and he divides the CTs. Hiko's got hit by that shot.
Through the box, and JDM finishes them off as well with a P250. There it is. Liquid have been reset after bringing it down to the 2-on-2. Hiko, we thought he could step out in that position, but the wallbang coming in through the box, and it's JDM to finish him off with a P250 as well. It seemed like Liquid had that play completely read. They completely rotated to the B-bomb site, stacked it up, had the crossfires efficiently working as well, and a TK coming in from CLG. It looked like Liquid had it ready to go, but unfortunately for them, CLG will pick up round number 8, and it's going to be 7-1. And now the money is in dire straits for Liquid. You can see they actually Simple going in with the Hail Mary play once again. He's got the M4 and head armor going up against the full buy of CLG. His teammates won't be joining him this time. PT50s and USPs. Can he do similar work here? The boost coming in towards the B bomb site, though he doesn't fancy it. They were going to go for it, just decided not to.
Hiko and Elige used to have a really interesting play they'd do where he would jump up to knife the window so you wouldn't hear the gunfire.
Yeah.
You'd look back because it's a flash, then the flash would follow up and you turn back around. Elige would push through main at the same time. I thought they might go for that, but it's not Elige that's playing with him over there anymore.
There's a 5-man stack towards middle so far from Liquid. Going to be potentially boosting here. You can see Adren Clean by Hiko as well, but CLG playing this very slowly and edging towards the A-bomb side. Cutler just holding off the flanks as well. Another lovely shot there through the box from JDM. It opened things up for them. 5-on-4, and now Simple. A lot of work to do here.
Trying to go for the spam in toward B as well. JDM just looking at all angles right now. 2 players pushing up. Want to try and find him. Can't just yet. They're rotating back around in toward mid. This 2-man face, Tarek, if he even opens up, good shot from Adren. If he even open up Squeaky Door right now, he could actually realize that A is completely vacant. One smoke to cover off Simple and Elise. They need to watch this, but it's B instead that they go to on that rotation.
B's the perfect call. You can see not a single CT there whatsoever. The bomb will be planted here. Smoking off towards spawn, bomb down. We've got Tarek holding the flanks, finds a kill onto Adren as well. They're unable to pick up the AWP just yet. Can Fugly get this kill towards the checker area? They're now going to be spotting them. Nico going out to very low HP as well.
He's already set. So they will shut this down. Simple won't get away with 1 gun this time. That strategy won't work. This is incredible from CLG, this start.
Absolutely. A plays 1 now, and Simple's money is at 3K after that over-investment from him. He's trying to replicate his success that he had with the AWP. Wasn't meant to be. CLG made their way into the other side undetected, and are able to find any real frags there, Liquid. So we're going to round number 10. They're yet to buy here. They're working out whether this is worth it, and they're actually going to be calling in the pause as well. So
yeah, right time to do it.
I think this is definitely the right time to do it, considering the 8-1 down, the money's not fantastic. They need to work out whether this is worth it. Adren does have $6,000, so he could get the AWP. Simple would be on a pistol, Elise would be on a FAMAS. Hiko and Nitro, they've only got 4,100, so they could afford an M4, body armor, and a couple of nades. That'd be about it. This will not be a good buy. They probably won't have any kits, so they need to work out how they're going to spread this economy. I'd say at this stage, they want to be buying into it just so they can't allow CLG to have any more rounds.
I mean, that's the hard part. You look back, the frag totals aren't great, but 2 rounds ago, they did bring it down to that 2 versus 2.
Yeah.
So they've kept the money reasonable. There's still a chance, but you've given up 8 on the T side already.
Yeah. There has been a lot of clutch situations here. Liquid on their retakes as well, thrown away some key situations. 4-on-2s, 2-on-2s, just not having any luck here in the clutch.
The 4-on-2 was, I think that was a defining moment in the half.
It was very silly, considering what this game means and how much is on the line. And a 4-on-2 to play it like that, Simple, I've seen him do it time and time again in this team. It's like, I'm not really sure what it is. You feel like I'm good enough to face this position. I'm going to end it right now, but you have to be looking at the bigger picture in these scenarios. You need to be thinking, okay, it's a 4-on-2, but we can still lose this. We're playing against world-class opponents here. We need to make sure we're locking them down and making sure we're giving ourselves a 100% chance of winning the actual round itself. This JDM's had a fantastic game, had a great tournament himself, so he was the one who stepped up in that 4-on-2, and now the chips are down. Liquid need to work out where they're going to go with this. 30 seconds remaining in the timeouts, and they're yet to buy. They're still working out what they're going to do with the decision.
I say go.
Go for it, buy up.
Yeah, at this point you have to. This is already a lost cause if you don't. I mean, Adren's got the money for it. He can drop it over.
I would say give the AWP to Simple again, and then try and balance the books with the FAMASes, with some upgraded pistols, and see what we can do. It's going to be a tough round, regardless, as the timeout will run out here. Liquid's still yet to buy anything, but CLG, they get to use this timeout time as well. They haven't actually done any proper like fast rushes or anything like that. I'm sure they're aware it's been a very passive setup towards A. They could just completely throw the rule book out and just go for a full-on A rush, just get straight to that A main entrance and challenge it straight away. They've been focusing heavily on mid and splitting towards B. The buy does come in. We're going to have an AWP on Adren. Max 7 on Simple, FAMAS on Elise, and just a pistol so far for Hiko. He's yet to buy. There's an M4, but you can see 1 kit. 4 smokes, no incendiaries, distinct lack of flashbangs or HE. So let's see what they can bring to the table here. Massive round for Liquid as we go into number 10.
Nitro's gotten up close. Simple, the same thing with the shotgun. He's actually looking to rotate back through the vents. He's dropped out the other side. I'm not sure he actually did. No, he hasn't, because if he had, it would have meant that he'd committed to that B side. He could still get back to mid to support Nitro at this point in time. Default smoke as well onto A main.
They know the money's going to be low for Liquid, so CLG can just slow this right down, bleed the CTs out, make them use any little bits of utility they have. Now they just have 1 smoke remaining before the 1-minute mark hits, so CLG in a fantastic position just to work the pitch once again. Fugly has been boosted. We'll be looking for that first kill.
Oh, but he gets caught out. Why would he peek with the Molotov? As he tries to bounce that, that's such an easy thing to do, and Nitro makes him pay for it. Please, quick pop flash to peek out on A main. There is one showing. It's JDM. He has the information that at least 1 is there.
Decent nade as well.
Yep. That does good job, and now Adren can watch the squeaky door. It's open. They know that's occupied. They've got the information required, so they're rotating over right now. 46 seconds. CLG needs to make a decision right now. It's do or die. Go. or not. And it seems as though they will. Touchdown from JDM. Simple's gone, but Adren gets the refrag, and Alish has good position, but it's Tarek instead who finds that kill because two peek at the same time. And bomb's going to be planted by Hayes. Nitro needs to make something out of this. He does tag up one very low, but it's all on Hiko. Clutch Master, 1 versus 3.
Has got the kit, 3-on-1 situation, and he's currently completely smoked out. Needs to have something gifted to him here. There is a gap towards the forklift, but it'd be an absolute blunder from CLG to give anything away. He is going to go for it. He is amazing in these situations. Need to find the next skill right now.
Hayes' position is so good in this, though. Hiko, he's trying to see it in his peripherals with the spin, but Hayes holds it. 9-1 now for CLG.
And the money's going to be in disarray once again. That force buy meant everything to them. They needed it to happen. Now only getting $2,400 into their bank accounts means they can't really justify much more than some upgraded pistols. But once again, like I said, CLG just stowing it right down there. We did see the first kill come in favor of Liquid, but they just had nothing to hold them off once the execution came in towards A. You saw Hiko completely smoked out, didn't have anything to push through it, no flashbangs, just had to try and walk through and see what he could do. But ultimately, it's 9-1 in favor of CLG now, just firing on all cylinders here. And Liquid forced to be on Eco. We have got PT50s and a CZ on Nitro, but once again, it's more of a default setup, not being very assertive with this. It's very difficult to make anything happen in these sort of scenarios.
Oddly enough, the one round they did win was when they had the single AWP.
That's right. The only round they have so far is from a Hail Mary play. No, not a single gun round is working out for them.
That's incredible.
Okay.
Good push in, though, this time. 3 players occupy A main. They want that. AK. All right, that's a death trap. JDM repeats, takes down Simple. Look, things look so good suddenly. The gun was far too tempting, and now they're pushing. They know the third one's there. Nitro's got to face this. He's at least got the AK to work with, but Tarek limiting the angle. Does go down in the end. So still 3 plays 3, but no guns picked up on the other 2.
Tarek overcommitted to that situation. They didn't have to find that kill. It wasn't necessary necessity at all. But it's still going to be a 3-on-3, heavily favoring CLG. They will be making their way back towards B as well, and that side's going to be open. Hiko realizing that he's only got the PC50. That AK still towards the A side in Nitro's hand. Now goes to the face, takes down Hiko. Now the bomb side's open. Plan will come down. I think at this stage, Nitro just needs to save the AK, which he will. Adren can justify trying to find something with this, but that's the round over. Well, it did get a little bit interesting at one stage, but JDM locked him down.
As he seems to do a lot in this game.
Yeah, absolutely. He's currently sat on 15 kills and 3 deaths. He's had an absolute monster of a first half. And there's still 4 rounds to go after this.
This is a very frustrating game for Liquid, too. I mean, you go back to the pistol, Simple Wonders,
Okay.
the 5 versus 2.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Cutler, for some highlight material.
Why not? Through the wall. Now it's going to be Nitro. He's on the other side of the map. He will be able to save his AK, but 4-stage loss bonus next round, $2,900. So another full buy coming in for Liquid. I think the double AWP setup needs to be tried at this point. They're way too passive. They're allowing CLG to slow things right down. They're executing that A site or doing the B split, getting mid control every time. They need to be bringing the game towards CLG. It looks very easy for them so far. As we go into round number 12, we'll see what kind of buy comes in. Money isn't as great as I had hoped. Simple can buy the AWP, and so can Hiko if he wanted to, but they just need that utility. CLG playing a very slow game to open things up, and it will be Simple on the AWP. The only round they've won was when he got 4 AWP kills. He's currently sat on 6 kills as well, so that's pretty much all he's contributed so far after 12. He will be heading towards the A site. A change of setup here, potentially going towards Squeaky Door, or maybe just hanging out of the quad.
Again, the default smoke, like you say, utility, so important. They've got 3 smokes left this time, because they used one on B as well, so 2 gone. JDM holding the angle. Is this the Molotov play? Tarek's over there. He could actually throw this right now. Dren's gone away from the vents, but they could have flushed it out regardless. Cutler's in toward Checker already, and Hiko has to get a read on this fast. I think they know now that he's in there. Dren still can't commit to it because they don't have anyone else to cover off mid so quickly. He'll go, but at this point, CLG's already fading back. It's going to be Simple nearly through the doorway to spot 1. It's going to be the rotation instantly from Highway, but Simple does get Fugly that time through the smoke. Now he's on to something. Still, the execution is slowed because there's another smoke on A main as well. He's up against the wall, though. This is where the smokes and Molotovs in turn could actually limit Simple, but they throw them deep on quad. He's got the angle. He's got the shot. Hayes goes down. It's Tarek. Then he has to face off against Nex. He gets the shot. It's JDM down midair, and Tarek out the doorway. He goes for the wall bang. He's actually got 1 Tarek. It's an overcommitment from Simple. And it's Tarek against 2. But the HP does favor Hiko and Adren. He has to pick up the bomb, 30 seconds to play with. And they're not going to peek this time. The same mistakes not to be made from Liquid.
Well, we have seen Simple overcommit in this situation once again, but 2-on-1, you heavily favor Liquid in this one, but it's Tarek to take down Hiko. This would be for the ace. That's his 4th of the round. Adren edging in as the bomb is planted.
Caught with the nade out, nearly gets the time to get it back, but Adren holds on.
Just about. And that means 4 players going down for Liquid after such a successful start to the round. Simple stepping up massively. He finds 3 kills, but he didn't have to die. The money's so tight right now. Wanting to finish it off with the frack movie montage, it seemed. Went for the no-scope through the door. And I feel like he didn't have to die there. But regardless, they get their 2nd round on the board, courtesy of him once again. Came down to a 1-on-1, and Adren held his nerve. And this is the play from Simple in the screen right now. What an insane shot to kick things off. 2nd was a little bit easier, but his 3rd kill already did it for me. And once again, they have to fully invest into this round. It will be the double AUK setup coming in for Liquid, but if they were to lose this, it's another eco, so massive round coming forward.
They need every round to close out this half. This is mandatory, do or die. Elijah Dren, both inside mid, and it is going to be the boost that comes over. So Simple playing at checker right now could get boosted if Hiko wanted to get closer, but that's going to be a problem because Cutler's still watching them. I've rotated off of this. Elijah is going to come under fire. Fugly's down as well. He's already checked the cubby.
Now they have got 2 turrets set up on either side. Adren with the AWP on A and Simple towards B. Fugly has got full mid control, though. They've actually given that up completely. This is fine, though, when you have 2 AWPs. You can look towards Highway from Quad and just completely cover that area. But smoke's going to be coming in. That will slow CLG down, but it's not a problem. They're yet to advance into any particular areas. Fugly's still scouting out towards middle. Elijah will be rotating towards connector. He's only got the FAMAS, though, and actually not a single bit of utility, so he can't even justify a face here. He's just listening out for footsteps.
Tarek in toward the door. Waiting for the timing, though, on this play. No one out toward default right now to throw smokes over. So they go for the bounces. Off white box. Tarek potentially could throw one with the arrow, but Fugly finds a leash that opens Highway. You may not need as many smokes. Adren with a good shot goes for the wall himself this time, but it's Nitro. He's in his corner. He's so good here. He's Molotov this time, but another kill going his way. Still now, though, the 2 versus 2 and a late rotation from Hiko.
Yeah, it's another clutch situation coming in. 2-on-2. Bomb will be planted in default. We can see there Tarek towards the forklift. Simple going for the play.
Oh!
He gets the bomb down. JDM drop. 2-on-1. Tarek with all to play for. He finds Hiko as well. This is it. He gets himself back towards CD spawn. Simple versus Tarek.
And he needs to be careful. Simple, that sets his style, but what a shot from Tarek. And he knows the bomb's been dropped, so Simple's gonna bleed this out. What is that shot? He gets to Highway so fast.
I don't think Tarek knows what in God's name just happened to him. Simple with a fast rotation and a stellar headshot from Connector. Takes him down, and it's him finding every single round here for Liquid. 10 plays 3 now, but they're having to dig so deep every single time. 1-on-1s, and it means the money's still in complete disarray for Liquid. All of these rounds ending in such exciting manner towards the end, but it's Simple stepping up once more at a very quiet beginning to this half, but going huge now. But 10 plays 3, they still need these last 2 remaining rounds.
And look at the money. I mean, still from CLG. This one would break them.
Absolutely. And it's a full execution coming in. This could be a fake, but I would suggest they're probably going to fully commit.
This is almost one of those times when you haven't done it all half. You almost want to see the boost inside of A from Liquid. There's really not anyone here. Elijah and Simple, they've got to rotate back over through the smoke. They're outside of this. This is going to have to be a retake, and it's going to have to be perfect. Hiko still doesn't know what's going on in B. He can't even go for the fast flank because they had a smoke placed. Adren gets one. This will start it off well, but Tarek's there onto Elijah. And Simple has to buy himself space. Not only that, Tarek, he's going to fight forward on Highway. This should cut Nitro off. This is looking really good in the post plants, but a good shot from Nitro. He doesn't have any of the games from Tarek. Takes away one position. Quick flash, that won't be for a peek. He's got to stay efficient in this. Cutler there as well. Both of them just want to buy space. He goes down. That's the flank. Fugly with the kill. And no peeks. Again, discipline from CLG. They're going to force Liquid to have to do this. They've got to work in tandem. And the other aspect of all of this is Fugly still inside. A main gun barrel spotted. Simple. He's caught off. It is Fugly that's going to get Nitro. And Adren has to do this. 20 HP.
Can't do it. No time left. He's going to have to retreat. They did everything they could, but they executing this retake setup from Liquid not working out. They were completely zoned out of the bomb site, and they didn't have enough money to play with. Once again, didn't have those flashbangs to push through. They had to sit and wait while the smoke's dissipated. Came in, did find some frags, but the 2-on-1 was just a bridge too far for Adren to cross. And he will be retreating. I don't think he actually saved the FAMAS as well. So that's everything lost, and that's a full reset for Liquid going into the last round here. You would assume this is going to be 12 plays 3 to CLG. They've got nothing to work with, just some upgraded pistols, some armor, and a couple of smokes. This has been a nightmare half for Liquid. Some fantastic moments, some great clutches from Simple, but it's not enough right so far.
I mean, Liquid, this is just such a disheartening game. Remember their map choice. Things just never went their way. They couldn't hit the shots. They make some silly errors on a 4 versus 2.
Yeah. I agree.
The idea is there. It's just, it's never worked. Not worked in their favor. The one I'll give them is Nitro, or rather, excuse me, Simple going to AWP spotted.
This man, though.
He waits. I mean, yeah, this is next level from JDM. This is literally, you want to talk about a team getting legend status? JDM's doing it himself right now.
Absolutely.
He is now a legend in this game. This is insane from him.
Who needs tactics when you've got a player that can find a pick consistently every single round? He's currently set on 17, and it's going to be the rest of his teammates actually splitting towards B right now. Cutler and Hayes trying to find that pick on towards Hiko. He's stuck between a rock and a hard place. Fugly does take on Dren on the other side of the map. He's trying to do what he can, Nitro, but his teammates is getting dropped everywhere. Simple does manage to find that first kill, but it's not going to be enough in the 4-on-2.
And they spotted both. He definitely spotted both from the drop there. Tarek's got the first. He'll just wait it out. They know Nitro's still there somewhere. No need to peek, no need to commit. Bomb goes down on B as we speak. And it's going to be a 12-3. 12-3 T-side half for CLG on Liquid's map choice. This, I mean, we alluded to this at the start, Henry, that if Liquid came out slow, the way CLG's playing right now, there's no mulligans anymore. Everyone's contributing and none more than JDM.
Hiko, 2 for 15, the player we expect to be carrying these guys. It's actually Tarek, like you said, Tarek and JDM, the star players. They're stepping up massively, and on Liquid, they're missing. Hiko, 2 for 15. Adren actually top fragging here with Simple, but Nitro in the lead to see absent as well. They need to be working together and actually getting these crossfires. A lot of questionable decisions on the retakes there when they had advantages, finding the first frags and just falling to pieces when it mattered. There's so much on the line here. You can't afford to make those mistakes. And they're doing it time and time again.
And this is the thing with CLG. We've never seen a true game where both players, both Tarek and JDM, have been on at the same time. This is fine form, CLG. You did mention Elysian Nitro. When we do swap over, some Duncan fans in the front there like that. When we do swap over, this is where they become the 1-2 punch. Their synergy as entry fraggers is phenomenal, but it's a mandatory pistol and a perfect rounds after that. There's no room for error at all anymore.
Like you said, this is their map. They need to be stepping up here. Obviously, the pistol required. For any new fans out there, losing the pistol potentially means 3 rounds, and that would actually take CLG to 15. That's map points. Liquid in disarray right now, need to work out how they can adjust themselves and get back into this. They'll be going over to the T side now. And there are a couple of options on the T side of Cash on the pistol round. Obviously, you can go, a lot of teams opt for the straight up B rush, trying to shut down that first player and stifle the CTs with that first frag, but you can slow things down with a much more tactical approach as well. Smokes towards A, simple executions and a couple of flashbangs. But don't be surprised if you see CLG going aggressive on their CT pistol as well. The way they're playing right now and the amount they're out fragging their opponents, I wouldn't be surprised if they just went for the straight up bloodbath towards B storage or something like that.
For a lot of people wondering, because people have tweeted me, here you go, here's a replay, Hayes getting pumped up, but he has a decent, again, started off, his mid presence was excellent, but just to go back, those are hot packs that the players hold to make sure they're fully loose and ready to go.
Right then, let's get into it, the second half. Liquid with a lot of work to do here. CLG in a very comfortable position indeed. The buys are coming in. It looks like a more tactical approach here from Liquid. Going to have 1 smoke, 2 flashbangs, still considering their buy. And CLG going straight in with 4 sets of armor and 1 kit on towards JDM. He'll have the smoke from middle as well. And Simple with the Desert Eagle. He's hungry. He wants to be finding these frags, and in stylish fashion as well.
Yeah, and he's going Nico style with it. It's not a raid boss. He's going, botted himself, no armor. To go aggressive. We saw him go aggressive last pistol. Didn't exactly work out. Simple this time, peeking mid.
Oh!
Does get this shot. That's why he's done it. Cutler's gone.
Removed from the server. Goodbye, Cutler. 5-on-4 now. That's exactly what Simple needed to find. And gives his team the 5-on-4 advantage now. They have got smokes and flashbangs. They can slow things right down. Normally, we'd expect a CT reaction at this stage. So far, they're spreading themselves out. Seeing what this leads to from Liquid. They're going to be boosting up and taking over middle.
And wait on this, too. This is going to be a timed play. Simple's already lurking. They'll go now that he's got control of the top of the hut, cleared off sandbags. The options here, it's actually going to be Simple going for a lurk. He's got the distance advantage with that Deagle, so he can hold highway, but the others are setting up right now.
Look how far removed he is from his team. He's so confident right now. He wants to find that next frag, and he gets it as well. Takes down Fugly. Another 1D. Gets the opportunity to second, but Tarek finds him. Here comes the B play from Liquid.
He's bought so much space for his team, and Hayes would have been the snake in the grass. He's found out. Nitro's on. This is what Liquid needed 7 rounds ago, not now, but it is the start in the second half that was mandatory. It's all down to Tarek. Simple. What are you made of, my man? That is a hero play from him. Goes for the Deagle, and Tarek's going to try and repeat this. but there's nothing he can really do in this situation. He's got armor as well, so he might actually just look to hold on to that.
At this point, he's got the armor, like he said. Every kill is worth $300, so that could be worth something to try and build up the bankroll, but it looks like he will be trying to get out of dodge right now. He's going to spot Hiko, takes him down with him, but Elise will find the final kill there. And Liquid now, something to work with. A great play from Simple. 2 stellar shots from the Desert Eagle to open things up. So confident in that situation. And to be honest, I never doubted it. When he faced towards middle, he looked like he was just hitting that shot all day long. 12 plays 4 now. And CLG don't need to force into this. I'd say it would be a nightmare situation for them to do that. They've got such a huge bed of rounds. Don't do yourself the disservice of having that lack of money going into the first gun, but it's looking like they will be doing just that. They're going to be force spying into this. Desert Eagles 5.7's body armor. It's just going to be JDM, obviously the AWPer, keeping his money a little bit more modest for the sniper rifle in the first round, but a fast play from Simple. This guy's getting into the swing of things now. Fast play towards middle, looking for that first frag.
He's holding the angle as well. Tarek's trying to get information. He's actually just shoulder peeking in toward Garage right now. Now he's faced. Simple knows he's there. Information goes both ways, though, and Tarek doesn't take anything in the exchange. He's actually going to relinquish middle, give it up entirely, which does give the option for the split. And here it is. This is standard formation. Elise waiting for anyone to flash in. Back turn, Simple to hold the angle if they do. And Hiko already out toward the doorway. Now, one of the other things to mention as well with Liquid, the former roster, and I'll be interested to see if they continue to do it, is that they double lurk with a 3-man swing on their T side. So it used to be Fugly that would watch B, Hiko to watch the door, and then the other 3 would make decisions based on their information. Obviously, Fugly's not here anymore, but it is going to be A that they go into right now, and Hiko's going to Molotov off highway to try and give them one less angle to cover.
Full execution coming in with the Molotovs. They want to make sure this is as clean as possible. They get the first kill. Fugly drop. This should be a clean round now, but all of a sudden JDM does find Simple. Quickly rectified by Hiko.
Good push from Tarek. He times that so well in behind the smoke. He's caught out Elige. Cutler's dangerous in this as well with the Deagle. Bomb's not yet planted. Dren's going to swap off the SMG and go to the AK because he needs to hold away from this. Make sure he covers the cross from A main. They're actually in decent positions right now, CLG. Economic damage is easily possible, but perhaps even more. Smoke on a Dren. He's forced out of this, and Tarek's still holding that. They still haven't found him. Nitro's forward, does do decent damage, needs to get them both here, and does.
That's the kills he needed. That's going to secure the round. Just going to be Tarek remaining, and there it is. The force buy from CLG not working out. They did find a couple of kills, but Liquid playing that so cautiously. Made sure they Molotov every single position, smoking out the choke points as well, sticking together as a unit as Nitro, just to seal the deal in the end there with the UMP. That puts CLG now on towards the full eco. But it did look a little bit hairy for a second there. Liquid definitely up against the rope, especially that smoke came towards A main and took a Dren out of the situation.
Still waiting for that guy in the 440 shirt to tweet us that picture, but I'm sure he will eventually.
I'm sure he will. Anyway, so this will be the throwaway round. CLG don't really have any justification of doing anything with it. That's 4 players towards B. This is what I would expecting to see from Liquid when you have these almost impossible situations. You stack towards the side and take a huge gamble here. But you can see Liquid, like I said, boosting up towards middle very quickly. We'll just be going straight up highway as well. And JDM has pushed towards Lockers, but
the interesting thing in this is he's pushed towards Locker. He's the only one in A, but he hasn't got a read on this yet. And they are going to find him quickly. But he's so far removed from this. They've given up mid, they've given up A, and the stack, again, you do it, it's a gamble, sure, but yeah, it's not going to have any effect.
Yeah, he doesn't even have time to gather information there. If he's dropped that quickly, there's not really much point rotating. You see the last 3 remaining CTs still towards the B side, hoping there may have been some sort of fake in that scenario, but they're going to be discovered now as Simple, hungry for blood, coming into the B side with this UMP, and he's thinking about it. He wants to go in by himself, but he's taking the safer approach for once. I'm going to be waiting for his teammate to let it do, I think.
Oh, warmer, colder, colder, but dead anyway. It is Tarek that falls off the stack and finds him. So 1 gun down, they can try and go for that. It might be worth it in this situation. They're going to be able to buy next round anyway, but at least a UMP with armor penetration. They'll do it again, why not? And not worth it. Liquid needs to play the long game. They should just sit back on this. They will try and face off against Nitro. That's going to give Hiko a bit of time as they are distracted. Hits Tarek, doesn't drop him fully. Not the end of the world. More important that they keep their guns up.
Well then, we go into the first gun round now. You can see, like I said before, JDM kept his money at a reasonable amount. Will we get the AWP, but the rest of the CTs actually be struggling a little bit here. Cutler on the Famous. Same news for Fugly as well, but they have got a decent amount of utility, but not a single kit purchased. If the bomb was to go down, that makes things very difficult indeed. There it is, round number 19. Simple on the AWP. He's been great so far with this weapon. Clutched many rounds and found multiple frags. Can he continue that form?
He's using the double mouse pad to make sure consistency is key. Different desks you play on around the world. It's nice to have some familiarity to them, but faster play this time from Liquid. They want mid. Interestingly, it's Nitro that's got it, but he's got the bomb right now. So this is a dangerous position for him to be in. Elijah's here with him. They want to try and split toward A, but good smoke, at least, thankfully, to hold off Tarek, because if Nitro was caught there, it could have been a huge mistake. Good shot, though. Never mind mistakes. He finds JDM. Fugly's going to try and hold this angle to spot Hiko toward the door, but now he's overwhelmed. This is his position. Remember, we talked about this, and his timing again is going to pay off. Tarek finds one. Again, Fugly not re-peeking. He's so efficient here, but Hiko does win the duel.
The bomb is down, though. It's in a horrible situation, so Simple needs to do some serious work here, missing a couple of shots. It is a 3-on-2 in their favor, but he needs to find a kill if they have any chance of recovering the bomb. Simple can spot him, but misses another one. Surely that was the kill, but there it is! Through the smoke. That should secure the round. Now it's just a matter of time, and they need to make sure they take this together. There is Hiko on very low HP. Just make sure they don't make any mistakes, and they should be fine.
I didn't think Simple would fire that second shot when he spotted him. I do have to point that out again, though. Nitro goes mid with bomb.
Yep.
You're executing with the split. The safe play is main, and
you saw it went down.
Consider that.
It was actually almost in front of the CT truck where they actually lost the bomb. I think a bit of poor communication was going on there, but Simple whiffing a few shots, but definitely made up for it with that one as he takes down Hayes, and that was the done deal at that stage. We're going to round number 20. I'd assume it's an eco coming for CLG, which it will be, not forcing this time. Going to be having PT50s and CZ, but Liquid coming to life now. That's 4-0 in the second half, 12 plays 7. As they start to go more into a default. It's actually a mid-stack coming in from CLG, looking for those initial frags and seeing maybe if anyone can find a little bit of aggression and catch someone out.
2 in the corner. Short-faced Molotov, make sure no one's going to push in, but it won't clear them from that position. Simple needs to be careful here, because this AWP is pretty damn expensive. And with 2 pistol players that close, you wouldn't want to lose it.
Yeah, he needs a bodyguard. As he holds towards the B storage area. The CT's been very passive so far. No one pushing in or gathering intel. They just want to wait for full execution and see if their crossfires will work out for them. Taking an A-sided attack from Liquid as 3 players make their way towards A storage. Simple just watching out for the boost out. I'd like Adrendas to sit back and make sure that's covered, which he will. And there we go, then the first exchange will be coming in momentarily.
JDM not going to face this. It's only 2 in this site, but Molotov bounced to the corner. It didn't go to the backside, so that was planned, but favors JDM in this. He might actually be able to time this. P250 does take Hiko. He's still alive. He tries to reface. Thankfully, 2 there. Because he does do decent damage onto Elige as well, but bomb's going to go down on the A site. Rotation coming in, no armor, no kits.
Yeah, 4 and 3, not really much he can do in this scenario. Pretty far removed from the whole situation as well. We have got Cutler coming in from the T-spawn zone, but like I said, Adren should be holding that flank, which he is, and Cutler's actually going to be opting for the full-on exit kills. Not going to be committing to this whatsoever, and it looks like the same story for the CTs as a whole. As Liquid secure another round here, but the money has been a massive problem for them throughout this game. They want to make sure they keep everyone alive, stay together, and Simple does find haste. And now Adren should be able to get this kill here, even though he gets spotted. Does manage to take down Cutler, and it's just going to be poor old Tarek remaining. As he is towards CD spot as well. Simple wants this, but the bomb was about to explode, obviously, so decides to opt out. And now Tarek will go down. He had a P250, it wasn't really worth dying then, I guess.
I mean, they've got the full loss bonus.
Sure.
They're going to be able to buy in this one anyway,
So,
but
just throwing it away.
I gotta point to it really quickly again. Adren, 14 kills. He's keeping up with anyone on his team right now. He's been playing excellent considering the storyline. Remember, for those of you who don't know, removed from this roster.
Yes.
For Kusta, who was unable to play due to Valve's ruling. He qualified with a minor team, which disabled him, disallowed him from joining Liquid. So they brought Adren back in, and he's played amazingly well in this tournament. So another game that he looks to continue that trend.
Well, it's Nitro coming to life. He had a very poor first half, but now he is stepping it up, hit 16 frags, and Elige will be going in quick towards that A storage area. We have got JDM back on the AWP. CLG's been a rough second half for them. Unable to find a single round just yet, and Liquid slowly but surely edging themselves back into this series. As we're going to round number 21. It's going to be a much more default setup from Liquid. Not committing whatsoever. No one even working a pick right now. They're seeing what kind of real estate they can gain. Hiko has made his way towards the end of Squeaky Door, but a lot of shots being fired his way.
I mean, this is default for Hiko. It's Nitro with Adren watching B. Hasn't been a lot of... Oh, are we going to see it? JW style, they go for the run boost. He's actually spotted. He's got it. He's got JDM, who never saw him go by because he was scoped in. So although it wasn't as pretty as we might have liked, it still was effective. And I was going to say they were watching to make sure there's no B push. We haven't really seen that aggression from Counter Logic Gaming on the CT side. So that's one way to get the pick. I love it.
Yeah, it's a very impressive way to do it. Now that it's slowing things right down once again. Some bait smokes coming in towards the A side as well. They're seeing what the CTs have remaining. They have got the man advantage as well. Simple goes to the shot. He doesn't manage to connect, but he does get the intel as to where Tarek was.
And Cutler's actually taken mid back with Tarek in this position. Adren has to go back to the bomb in the garage at some point. Thankfully, he's turned off, peeled off to the vents, because if he'd pushed all the way through mid, he might have had a gift laying at his feet. But it is going to be an A execution. It's 20 seconds to make it work. Hiko finds the opening pick. That makes it viable. But Tarek, he's still here, flashed off. 2 kills is all he will get. He goes down to Elise. That opens up the bomb possibility. But Hayes is still here. There's no Molotov left to throw because there is a way to deny that from Truck.
Yeah. The CT's now no kits once again and 3 frags to find. Cutler and Hayes need to work out whether this is worthwhile. As he does throw the incendiary towards the side, it's not going to make a Dren move just yet. He actually narrowly avoids the flames there. At this point, they need to find a kill any second now to make this worthwhile. That's going to secure it. Cutler left out of position and out of time as well, as he is sticking around for a couple of frags here, but I'm not really sure what the main objective is. Does hit on Nitro, but definitely can't win the round.
So same situation, although he's going to do economic damage by getting them down to 2. Same situation that Liquid had against them in the first half. They get the first 5 rounds. They reset CLG.
You say about economic damage, you look at the bank accounts
I shouldn't say reset, but they do this round. Sorry, they won't be able to have a favorable buy. They still have the round loss bonus going for them, but they're going to have to make a decision.
That's why I find it interesting in that, what, 2-on-3 or 2-on-4. Why they didn't save the weapons when they didn't have the kits either. They wanted to actually have something going into this round. Had they had those rifles, they could have got drops. And here comes the pause now for CLG. Assuming this is tactical, it must be.
It has to be.
What do they got right now? It's 6-0. After the 12-3 start, they were looking so incredibly strong. And now up against the ropes. Seems like the CT side has been an issue for both of these teams. And like you said, we haven't seen much assertive play from CLG whatsoever, just a passive default every single time. Same story for Liquid as well. No one wants to take the game towards the terrorist. No one's going towards B's door and actually getting aggressive or going towards Squeaky door. No one's being flashed in or going for a counter boost here. It's just kind of sitting back and hoping that the frags come in your favor and someone's going to work it with you in the crossfires. But so far it's been very disappointing, I have to say, on these CT holds.
And it would have been a... Look, Nitro Elise on this map, they can get things rolling on T side, but it would have been a CT side from CLG I looked more for, so this is actually really surprising. Apparently the earbuds bothering Simple's ears. He's just going to give those a little rest.
They do hurt.
That's right, he can hear you right now, so if there's anything you want to tell Simple.
Oh, there's some love in the room. But Matthew, the way things are looking right now, it is going to be... Oh, yeah, let's say everyone got the headphones back on?
They do. We can talk about it again.
Anyway, so CLG will be forcing into this situation. M4, FAMASs, P90s. This could get very interesting indeed. If Liquid were to win this round, it'd be almost guaranteed CLG are on a full eco next. And at that stage, Liquid have got some footing into this one. We thought they were so far removed from this whole match after the 12-3. The way CLG were playing, they looked so confident, but JDM really yet to arrive in the second half.
And part of that, I mean, let's be honest, I think Richard highlighted it on the desk day 1 of this tournament. When JDM doesn't have the AWP, his impact is like, I wouldn't even say 50% reduced. I'd say it's like 90% reduced. He's not great with the pistols. He's not as effective with rifles. So if they can get this momentum, which Liquid has done, same thing CLG did to them, it becomes an issue. That's one of the 2 massive impact players basically rendered useless just by simply winning rounds, not even facing him, not even having to beat him. It's Tarek now that has to step up. And again, I do look to Fugly. I do think he's very good on the CT side, but he's got a lot of work to do himself.
Well, this round he's got a P90. JDM, as you said, weak with the pistols, only has that P250 and body armor as well. It's got to be nades towards highway. JDM does get a whisper of damage, but Hayes jumping across. There it is, another opening frag from Simple. They're going to be Molotoving out Cutler as well, so he's going to be stuck in a very difficult situation. What's his play from this?
The double did it because the first one didn't reach. That one will Simple, what a flick shot! Takes Cutler down, and now it's a 2-man, make it 3 as Hiko found one. Advantage against CLG.
Wow, what a half this is turning to be. All in play from CLG, not working out whatsoever. It's going to be Simple finding 2 and leaving Tarek and JDM in an unwinnable situation that is turtling up towards the A site right now, trying to stick together. JDM without a weapon as well, so Tarek trying to protect him any way they can. The bomb should be planted in B any second here, but Simple, so confident right now. Was so quiet in the opening stages, but playing like an absolute beast at the moment.
Absolutely so. Tarek still leading all fraggers as well, so keeping a rifle in his hand is going to be crucial. As you said, JDM without a gun is going to try and babysit him, but keep in mind, again, for JDM, He's got the highest money right now in his team. He invested in the least for a reason. I assume they want to get that AWP out.
Yeah.
So 3,400 onto 2,250. He's gone in this one, but he's going to have enough for an AWP in the next round.
So that's the play they could do. They could have him on an AWP and the other players on SMGs, Deagles, maybe Famous if they really wanted to. The Tarek does get taken down in the end, so they lose that rifle they had. That's very important. That would have definitely helped going to this next one. So,
especially beside the AWP.
Exactly. So JDM has $5,600. They can force into this if they wanted to. We saw what Simple can do with the AWP by himself, supported by those pistol players. They've used their pause now already, so they can't really take time to discuss the situation. It looks like they will be taking an eco. And the way they're playing right now, I think that's probably fair. They still have breathing room. It's going to be 12-11, but they really need to wake up after this round and work out how they're going to get back into this, because so far in the second half, it's been all about Liquid. As we enter round number 23, they're going to be stacking 3 players towards A, 2 towards B. And Liquid are aware of the money situation right now. They can slow things down right away.
This is interesting from Simple as well. This is knowing the situation economically, that they're going to try and have to do something a little bit different on the CT side. So again, we haven't seen much pushing from CLG, but they're still considering the possibility.
We have got Tarek on a Zeus as well, so maybe he could do something exciting with that. We have seen a few Zeus kills this tournament.
To be fair, back when the patch came out for the qualifiers in Stockholm, Cloud9 had a round where I think it was Cloud9, maybe it might have actually been Liquid. It was on Cobblestone either way, where Zeus picked up guns, won the round, and that was partly how they qualified.
That whole tournament was why it got nerfed, to be honest.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
But
$100, I think it was like $200 reward. Like, thanks very much. Plus gun.
Anyway, it looks like full mid control coming in for Liquid here. There's no real way they can lose this round as long as they play together and not give anything away. It's going to be Hiko once again towards that squeaky door. Elige coming in for the pincer, silently up highway. And the first frag will be coming in momentarily. You'd assume it's going to be Elige to find it.
They need to be a little bit careful because there is 3 here. So Fugly's been spotted. Flash out catches the 2 on highway, but now the players in A main will go Simple, and Hiko takes down 2. Looked a little bit awkward when the first flash came out toward the player, Elige on highway. But they recover it well, and now Elige will go hunting. Good shot from Simple again. It's just economic damage that Hayes wants to do. Of course, they saved in this one. We mentioned they were in a position where, with the round loss bonus, they were on the cusp of buying, but next one they absolutely, hands down, will be.
Wow, 8-0 now. CLG need to get a new battle plan here. The double AWP would definitely be an option. They haven't really tried changing the game plan whatsoever. There it is, double AWP. So Tarek and JDM, they wanted free finding these first kills. It's normally they get out of a jail strategy when all else fails. Try 2 AWPs and see what you can do with it. Like I said, they haven't been too assertive, haven't been applying much pressure to Liquid. They've just been able to work the map any way they want to, and Simple just finding frags almost every scenario. He's actually got almost 16k right now and 22 kills. This guy really has arrived on the server. And let's see what CLG are about to bring. This Cutlet does go towards middle. Shots being fired through the wall.
Oh, is he going to go for it? Is he going to go for it?
Oh my God, this could work.
Theory crafting. Come on, Anders.
Almost.
The lineup toward White Box. Fugly's timing nearly does go, and he still thinks there's someone up close. That was close as well.
Can you imagine if it hit?
I think. Maybe not. I think that was from the nade initially.
That was a nade over towards highway.
I was going to say, if it was a double penetration, it might actually, no pun intended, didn't mean it that time. It could have actually put him down there on that similar sort of HP, but it was the nade that did the damage.
For once, you didn't intend a pun. I like it.
I'm sorry.
Anyway, time ticking away, like I said. Liquid just working the picks. We have got Simple just holding towards B right now. He'll be the first man to show himself on the map towards the CTs.
They still know Cutler's here. A Dren sprays away. The problem is he's got to reload as soon as Cutler moves across, so the timing works out, and Tarek has found the first pick. It's Simple that does go down with the AWP. So that's the man who's been opening so much space. Finally, CLG with not only a lead, but a sustainable lead, because there's no refrag. There's 46 seconds, and Liquid have to force the issue in this round now.
Well, Liquid have got 4 smokes remaining. They can do a full execution onto the side as well. I'd imagine we'll see smokes towards highway, towards the quad area as well. Flashbangs come in, stay as a unit. They're so good at operating a unit in these scenarios. Let's see what they can bring to the table here.
On top of quad, JDM, he has the angle above this smoke. It would have caught them off. It would have been perfect, but he misses the shot, and now Fugly has to go forward. He's going to be caught out, flashed. Gets away, though. There is a smoke to allow him back in. And they're going to try and boost JDM up on top of the wooden box. He's going to hold the angle instead. It's a 1-for-1 on the leash. He's got the upset. He's got the 1 different kill, but now Hayes claws it back. Thankfully, a Dren, though. Look at Elise again. He finds 1 more. Suddenly, bomb has to go down. It's a 1 versus 1. Tarek versus Nitro. 2 of the best players in North America, head-to-head. It is a kit, or rather, excuse me, an armor for Tarek, but no kit.
And the AWP as well, horrible to retake in a scenario. Nitro giving it a straight up face here. This round means everything to CLG. This will tie things up at 12-12, and Nitro can do this. He gets the shot. He gets the spray down as well. There it is. Liquid do it. 12-12. CLG after finding the first frag. It's JDM with the simple shot. He had a great position, and you'd expect him to hit that all day long. Somehow doesn't land it, and he looks caged right now in the second half, getting rattled here on the big stage after such a successful first half here.
And well, this is exactly it, because we talked about the volatility of Liquid. Suddenly CLG, who thought, all right, USA crowd that was a little bit more biased toward Liquid, this is our chance to silence them. They've got everything rolling, and
wow.
Now they're sitting here in shambles, in tatters. They've already used their timeout when it was, I think, 12-9, I think it was. Either way, it's gone. They have to slow it down other ways.
They took down Simple as well. He's been the danger man, the one picking them apart, and they still can't close it out. I'm sorry, it's down to that kill from JDM. He should have been hitting that one, but it's going to be a force buy now from CLG. Tarek has the AWP once again. He was the player that took down Simple. Can he replicate it once more? This is looking like Nico causing some distraction towards the A-bomb side, but so far, more of a passive approach from Liquid.
Bounce Molotov from Nitro. Clears out the bottom of vents, doesn't clear the checker room itself. One less angle covered, though. One less angle to look at. Really passive from Liquid. Again, just trying to bleed out the CT side. They've done well. They've kept 2 smokes in all this, but it is a minute still to play.
Yeah, they've got 3 smokes, actually. So the CT's actually doing pretty well in holding this off. So they could actually do well in this scenario. It's looking like more of a B play coming in. 5 players still remain. Molotov's going in towards the B bomb side. Cutler's going for the face with the flashbang as well. Needs to find a kill here. Managed to take down Nitro and stay alive as well. Is this the round CLG are looking for?
So well timed on that. Simple's going to try and hold the angle, but a second smoke comes out. This buys more time. So again, those smokes being saved is making a massive difference right now, because it's 30 seconds to play with. They're already giving up on B. And not only that, Hayes' position, he'll have heard them running away from this. So 2 players on the A side. Tarek should be ready to rotate any second. He's actually not. He's still considering the B possibility in this. So Hiko and Adren have a chance to open up. Tarek's just going to get toward the truck now. Fugly holding in his favorite position. It's only the FAMAS to work with, but right angles, right timing, it could work out. Elise finds the entry. Hiko follows up. Fugly goes down. Bomb going to immediately come in. 9 seconds. They have to hold it, but Hiko's going to cover off the rotation through the smoke. It's Tarek down.
2-on-2 now. CT's going to be coming in aggressively, but Hiko with another. Looking for the third as well. It's going to be Elite to finish things off, and another man advantage thrown away from CLG. They had everything in their favor, read the situation as well, but it's Hiko stepping up with amazing kills through the smoke and the Tech 9, dealing some serious damage as well. CLG looking disarray right now. What is going on? Every advantage they have is being thrown away, and Hiko, he's been pretty quiet this game, but that's an amazing play to get them in the advantage here. 13 plays 12 now. What a round.
Simple is loving it. The man was in tears in the qualifier. He's had some hardships in CSGO, but right now it's all jubilation. It's going to have to be something incredible from CLG to pull back into this. Once again, forced onto the eco. Again, CT side. T side, you're losing these 5-6 rounds. You get the bonus working in your favor. You get bomb plants. You can buy almost every time. It's not the same on the CT side, so they have to sit and wait once more.
Yeah, you get $3,400, and you need at least 4.1K to actually get a decent buy on the CT side. But here we go, then round number 26. It's actually 10-0 in favor of Liquid. Just doing some serious work here in the second half. Simple trying to get some shots through the wall there. I'm not sure if he hit, but Hayes has gone down to low HP. They are on an eco. They have got for the partial buy, meaning they've got upgraded pistols and body armor to work with, but still heavily favored towards Liquid here. This will bring them to 14 plays 12, and CLG having such a difficult time here.
Simple has highway control, looking toward quad spots up JDM. Leaks out into the open. He nearly hit that second shot. That would have been like,
Lights out.
I'm done if he hits that. That's insane. But good Molotov. Hayes gets caught by it. No way to run. He tries to stay back. He's expecting the peek. He can't be in the open, and it was well deployed, so it was on top of the platform as well. Fugly's got to come back into this. It's just the pistol to play with. Liquid's got this. There's no bomb down, but it's a 5 versus 1 now. It's all on Cutler. He does drop the bomb, but there's so much time. There was nothing he could have done.
Really nice team play there from Liquid, holding up in the default as long as possible, executing perfectly with the Molotovs and actually burning players alive as well. That's textbook stuff. And we go to round number 27, Liquid with a heavy lead now. We have got that double orb set up from CLG, but yet to find a round. It's 11-0. And from what we saw in the first half, I didn't think there was any chance of this happening. We said if Liquid got the pistol, there was a chance of them getting back into it. But right now, they're 2 rounds ahead. And CLG just look completely caged. They need to wake up. Someone needs to step up and find something here. They're getting the first frag time and time again. It's just the final execution and holding it together, and it really matters. That's when it all falls apart.
Liege back face, simple to hold the angle. But again, CLG haven't gone aggressive in these positions, and now they're so nervous. They have to be nervous. They're facing map point if they don't win this with no economy built, double up. Oh, I love this. They're going to try and go for the boost. That nade does massive damage to Liege. Fortunately, Simple still behind it. Actually, I think the gun barrel was showing because they shot into that. I was going to say that Liege took all the damage from the nade. Simple stays quite healthy in this, but this is a bit of an issue now.
We managed to do about 120 damage there just for those nade and wallbang combo, but Simple's still alive. Confident he's going to find the frag hit. There are 3 players from CLG toward that side. Flashbang comes in.
Simple's got bomb here too, so he needs to be a little bit careful of how extended he really is. So we saw that be an issue early on for Nitro. They recovered that round, but...
There he goes. Simple swaps the bomb out now. Realizes that might have been an audacious play from him.
Derek going to hold from middle. Passive approach, 3 still in A. There's hazed only on the B site. And Tarek's got the first one, though. He's held it. He was patient enough. He finds a Dren. And now Liquid's forced to make a play. 33 seconds. It's going to be B that they hit. Simple's got mid covered. He'll go through the vents. Don't even worry about the rotation at this point. He needs to help his team get in and get the bomb down. That needs to be the primary focus. He's smoked off toward Checker. Molotov's in. This time they're going to bounce back. Hazed, he's not down below, so he can play within them. He can play beyond it. He's got the M4 lined up. Can't find the first shot. Damage done, though. As Nitro goes down to 50. No smoke on Tarek. That's crucial because he walks back in. It blooms late, but Nitro's got hazed. Have they got the bomb in time? 8 seconds. It's dropped. That's the round. They don't need to face CLG. They've got this. They don't need to face.
JDM once more, though. They're going to finish it off in style. Finally, a round arriving on the second half at CLG. It was Tarek to open things up once again, funneling Liquid into the B bomb site, and they hold strong on the site, getting the bomb down with no time to spare. And they managed to actually keep a reasonable amount of players alive as well. I think they only dropped 1 frag there, so the money's going to be okay. If they were to lose this round, they still have something to play with here, but JDM finally doing something in the second half. 2 great frags from him. He was the one to drop the bomb. And we go to round number 28, Liquid. Back to a full buy, of course. The money, fantastic for them. That's not going to be a problem for the rest of the game, but CLG with his double orb setup. It's actually Tarek finding the key picks here to open up the round for them.
11-1 is the score in this half. CLG finally get 1 on the board. And they still have a tough task because the economy for Liquid, full execution, full utilities. AWP still on Simple. Cutler's going to spram toward the blue door. They've already bounced the smokes out, and JDM's going to get aggressive with this AWP. We mentioned how the smokes can cut you off inside that A site, but he wants to play a different angle on this. The timing's slightly off. He's going to get overlooked here, though. He may still line that up. He nearly gets 2 out of that. That would have been incredible, and Simple finds him instead. Into the site, and Tico on to Fugly. Cutler's gone. This is a reset. This is Liquid taking the map. Tarek's got something to say about it. He's got a chance for the no-scope. Oh, Tarek! How does he get back in? And he's got time to line it up, but Adren instantly turns that back around.
Unbelievable scenes here. Just going to be Hayes remaining stuck between CT spawn and the bomb site. Needs to work out what he's going to do here, but that's the round done. The bomb has been planted, and it's Hiko and Simple stepping up once again. Amazing close-range action there. Tarek did what he could with the no-scopes, but it's not enough. Liquid get 15 rounds, and the money's going to be a very difficult situation for CLG. Like I said, the round before, they did manage to keep 3 or 4 players alive, but there's going to be reinvestment costs here. They're not going to have that double orb setup, that's for sure. What a round that was. Like you said, JDM had a chance of collateral there. Could have got 2 for the first shot, but it didn't happen, didn't land a single thing.
Hayes is being smart here. He's definitely saw them looking, but he's not even going to fire, not peek. They know they need this M4, so that was all he could hope for, and he'll get it, but that's a pretty grim consolation prize in the consideration of what just happened. The economy reset. They forced out the FAMAS onto Cutler. Fugly's going to buy up into the M4 as well. Tarek, man, that if he had hit that shot on a Dren as well, anything was possible at that point.
The morales has got to be out the window for CLG right now after such a sick first half. They're looking down the barrel of the first map getting dropped right now. They've got Famuses, a 5-7 on JDM, 1 kit and very little utility. There's 2 smokes remain now. They will be focusing towards the A site. Leaving middle pretty open for now, but Liquid are going to be reading this so well. They just need to hold up and allow Simple to work the pick once again. He's been opening up these bomb sites like there's no tomorrow. Smoking off towards B right now. It's taking away vision from the CTs. And actually towards that B side, just JDM. He does not have an AWP. He actually has just stuck a pistol here, and we know how weakened he can be in these scenarios.
Crucially, though, they do get the 4 rifles up. But you're right, JDM without the AWP. Although it has to be said, he didn't hit shots when he had the opportunities. So close yet so far. What a comeback from Liquid in this. Like you say, this now becomes a mental battle. Especially, I mean, not even for CLG in this round, but in the next map if they don't
You
pull
go
this
from
off.
these massive highs to crushing lows so quickly in one half, and you end up losing the map as well. It's so hard to bounce back from these scenarios. Simple now making his way out towards middle with the AWP as well. Not contested so far, like I said. CLG allowing this to be fully open. Simple looking towards highway, seeing if he can make something out of this. Been so good, so efficient at getting these first picks. Can he do it again?
He's got the room. They put the smoke out late onto Zeke. It's being held by Adren. It's a wide hold, though, so the peak still could come through. Now they're going to change that, so Simple's not the first line of fire. Pop flash goes out. That's for the entrance. That's for that trade, and Simple turns around. That is fast reactions. Fugly's killed Cutler.
That's it.
Oh, insult to
That's
injury.
it.
It's done. Liquid are doing it. Simple's going to spot the last member. They know where he is, and JDM just the 5-7. Liquid have come back from a 12-3 first half.
There it is. Can you believe it? 12-3 in the first half, and then going down 11-1, and Emirates would close things out here. CLG, of course, got to be gutted. Tarek played the game of his life, 33 frags, and in the first half, JDM looked godlike. But it's Simple and Hiko in the second half to just carry the team over the finish line.
Wow, exciting nonetheless. The first ever time two teams from North America make it in to the quarterfinals, the playoffs of a major, and they face off against each other. Win-win or lose-lose, I don't know how you look at it, but the fans have to love that. And Liquid, man, oh man, that is insane. That is one of the comebacks, one of the best comebacks in this tournament. And look, there you go. How crushing is that?
How can you come back from this? The series is not over yet. You need to pick yourself up and dust yourself off. You can't allow this to affect you. It was a horrible loss, but you showed you can perform on this level. The stage wasn't the problem. It was that CT half on Cash. They just weren't adjusting. They weren't being dynamic, and ultimately that was a massive problem.
Well, that's it for map one. I'm sure there's lots of people that need to regroup, none more so than CLG. When we come back, we move on, and it might be Liquid into the semifinal. We'll find out.